My name is Tony Litt. I'm the MD of Sunrise Radio, and it's my immense pleasure to bring you the official Sunrise Radio podcast. We are the #1 commercial Asian station in the United Kingdom, with many firsts to our name, and we continue to be the voice of British Asians who have given us their love and loyalty over 30 years. It's a legacy we cherish and a responsibility that we don't take lightly. Our aim has always been to entertain the listeners with the best of Bollywood and Bhangra, while also addressing their concerns. A real voice for the community, a vibrant community, and a great nation. We are proud to be British and Asian. This podcast is a compilation of some of the things we do on the station, with a stellar lineup of presenters who each have their own personality and style. It's entertaining, informative, engaging, and we hope you will enjoy it here as a podcast if you are unable to tune in to the radio. Don't forget to subscribe and tell your family and friends about this podcast. And do leave us a comment on what you think. We'd love to hear from you. All the best always. Team Sunrise.
Sunrise Radio.
Hey there, it's Sonia here from Sunrise Radio's Drive Time. You can catch me on air Monday to Friday from 4 p.m. Welcome to this week's Sunrise Radio podcast. I'm in conversation with actress Mona Singh. She plays the mother of Laal Singh Chaddha in the official Hindi remake of Hollywood's Forrest Gump.
Oh, my phone has been buzzing. We had multiple screenings last night, so everybody's been messaging how they love the movie and my role in it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I want to come to your role in it because, I mean, who would have thought, actually, a few years back, whilst you were filming with Amir and Kareena in Three Idiots, that you'll come back in a few years' time to play Amir Khan's mother? Who would have thought that?
Yes.
As I was watching the movie, I know it's an official remake of Forrest Gump and all that, but it really does feel like your role is quite significant in the movie. And you're like the glue that holds the story together, because he keeps referring back to you, you know, as the mother with all these beautiful little, all your teachings.
Yes, I agree. And if you see, the original mother isn't there so much. This is, Indianized and adapted. And we all know as Indians how much we love our mothers and connect to that emotion.
Absolutely.
So I think the script is so beautiful and strong for the role of the mother.
Yes, it is. That's quite evident to see. So how was it teaming up with Amir and Kareena again?
I didn't shoot with Kareena at all, but I did shoot with Amir sir a lot. It was a beautiful experience. It rarely happens in an actor's life that you get to do 2 movies with Amir Khan.
Right.
So I really feel that I'm the chosen one and the lucky one here.
Yes, absolutely.
I get to work with a perfectionist twice, and this experience being really, really extraordinary for me.
Yeah.
We had a blast. There were so many readings and workshops that we had together, and shooting with Amir Khan is always a extraordinary experience. I was nervous, always on the edge. Kya hoga? What is going to happen? How is it going to go? But I remember him telling him after every scene that we shot that, "Oh, Mona, you're so good. Oh, Mona, you're so effortless." I had sleepless nights before shooting those scenes with him.
Yeah. And how does he, I see now you mentioned the word that's very often associated with Amir Khan is perfectionist. So to be on set with such a big, brand that he is in himself, do you think that puts extra pressure on you, or does it make you just like get to this another level of excitement, like, you know what, I need to absolutely smash this?
You see, it's multiple expressions that you're going through at that point of time. There's so many emotions. Your mind is telling you, oh my God, it's Amir Khan right in front of you. You better be good. Then there's another emotion where you're scared and you don't know what's going to happen. You feel so challenged. And, at that very moment, you feel so alive and aware. And right there at the moment, so I had a very good time shooting with him, especially the dying scene. We all were like, the entire unit was clapping for Amir sir and me. It was a beautiful, we all were crying after shooting that scene.
Can you tell us a little bit about your character?
So she's a single mother. She's also a farmer. She does everything on her own. She names her child after her father, who's Laal, who happens to be Laal's great-grandfather and grandfather. Laal is a slightly mentally challenged boy, but the mother never makes him feel that. the mother believes that he can do whatever he wants to do in life. So she never makes him feel any less. She gives him so much confidence. She explains things to him so beautifully that Lal understands, life.
Yes.
And the whole journey of the mother and son is beautiful in the film. I'm shown 22 and then 30 and then 50 and then 60 eventually.
I was coming to that.
And all that, yeah, and all that Lal becomes is because of his mother's teachings. So the character is so important, and that's what mothers do to us in our lives. They always give us the confidence and boost to do whatever we want to do in our lives. There's unconditional love. And that is what Lal's mother has, done for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, not everyone's fortunate enough to have parents who support them this way and actually make them feel like they can conquer anything and they can do whatever anybody else is doing. And to have a mother like that, I think sometimes we can underestimate the importance of the support from parents, right?
Absolutely. And, it rarely happens even in films where you show a mother so strong.
Yes.
So bold, so confident and out there and willing to do anything for her son.
Yeah.
It rarely happens. Otherwise, usually we see mothers are crying and they're feeling helpless and not knowing what to do. This was completely a contrast.
Yes, absolutely. So let's talk about the aging process of the characters. I always find that really interesting. And what was quite something was seeing you as Amir's mother, especially the older version, despite your obvious age difference. But then, but then there you are as, as the older version of the mother. How did that actually feel to you while filming?
It was so organic because the way I was looking, the gray extensions that I was given, the makeup that I was given, there was a lot of prosthetic going on.
Yes.
I had to change my body language. I had to look a little sick and old, be slow in my reflexes. So everything just worked out so beautifully. I also watched the film just recently. And I was bold with the way I was looking. I was like, wow, great job with makeup and hair. They're like, shut up, you too. I was like, yes, okay. But it was beautiful to get into that entire process. And it wasn't easy. I used to sit for hair and makeup for 3 hours every day while shooting the older scenes. And we were shooting in the cold. It was not easy. But I'm so happy to see that eventually everything is looking beautiful.
It really did work out well. And it's all worth it in the end. And that, I think, for you to be able to see yourself convincingly as that character helps you to actually portray the character better as well, right? Because you've got that faith that overall, as a package, you look the part. And what would you say about Laal Singh Chaddha as a complete package as a movie?
It is such a beautiful and simple movie. People should watch this movie because there's no drama going on. There's nothing of that sort going on. It's a simple, beautiful story of Lal who loves people unconditionally. His love for Rupa is so pure that every time she goes and when she comes back, he doesn't question her. He just, is in the moment and loves her back. No questions asked, where were you or why did you do this to me or anything. Even when she asks Lal to marry him, Lal is embarrassed. Lal is shy. And that's pure love, Even the way all his relationships unfold, the way Lal is with his innocence, his vulnerability, the way he takes life is beautiful. I just feel that, we all should channelize a bit of that energy in us and, become something like Lal, become a better person.
You're so right. You're so right. Because even while I was watching that, the part where she actually proposes to him, then the normal reaction to that might be, well, hang on a minute, what happened when I proposed to you? And what about this? And what about that? You walked away from me here and there and all. The blame game begins or you become defensive. And yet his response was more like, oh my God, I'm the luckiest man in the world.
Simple and beautiful. It rarely happens. We have forgotten how to love. We have so many conditions.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You are right. And you absolutely nailed your character. You looked the part, your body language, everything was just so perfect. And I looked forward to every scene that you were in. And I mean that really
Thank
from
you
the heart.
so much. Means a lot to me.
Oh.
Means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, I'd love to see you in more movies and, just taking on different challenging actors and so on, because you're brilliant. You're really good at that. So well done you. Well done you.
Thank you.
And on a final note, do you love golgappe?
I am dying to eat on a very, very strict diet. We've been traveling, not eating things. But that is one thing that I really want to binge on.
A whole tray of golgappe
Yeah.
and the water
used to-
separately in a bottle, yeah?
Separately. And even when he says to Rupa, when
Yeah,
he finally
yeah.
goes to meet her, he says, Pani alag se laya ji. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's so
It was
cute.
so touching. It's so cute.
Yeah, so cute. But there's that thing about him where he's got the intelligence and the self-respect and respect for Rupa, where he totally just goes all in if someone disrespects her. And yet there's this such an innocent side to him,
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
I love the bond Lal and Rupa share in the film. I just
Yeah.
love that bond.
Yeah, absolutely. Mona, it's been so nice speaking to you, and I'm really glad that we were able to do this interview.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I hope next time I get to see you.
Yes, that would be so nice. I'm sorry, I'm on a machine that we can't use the camera.
That's all right.
But you have a
you
wonderful
for the
day, and best of luck with Laal Singh Chaddha and your future projects as well.
Thank you so much.
The lady with an infectious laugh. You know who it is. Sonia Dutta, Monday to Friday, between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. to keep you smiling.
Greatest radio station in the world. Sunrise Radio.
It is time for Flirty at 8:30, and I have a lovely volunteer on the phone.
Calling all singles. Are you ready to get flirty at 8:30? Message the studio now and let the love doctor of Sunrise help you find love.
Hi, Pooja, are you there?
Hello, Amit. I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Very well indeed. You sound very chirpy. I'm so glad, because some people get really nervous when they do this. But there is absolutely nothing to be nervous of. By the way, is this your first time on air on Sunrise?
It is indeed.
Just
yeah.
for that alone? That deserves a round of applause. So welcome, Pooja, to Flirty at 8:30. Now, as you know, this is all about people who are single, just putting them out there. And who knows, right? Your soulmate could be listening. I still live off the hope that we're going to have the first ever Sunrise wedding, and that you will invite me to be your wedding MC, and just
You can be my Toastmaster, Amit.
I'll be your Toastmaster and anything else you want me to be as well. But not the husband. We need to get you an actual husband.
No.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a few questions, Pooja, just to get to know you. And like I said, if there happens to be a wonderful man listening right now, I'm hoping there is, and he likes the sound of you, I could potentially put you in touch and, c'est la vie. Whatever could happen, right? So anyway, first and foremost, tell everyone what your name is and where you're from, and tell us just generally, the kind of person you're looking for in your life.
So I'm Pooja, I'm based in Twickenham. I'm 35 years old. The kind of person I'm looking for, excellent question. I think just a best friend, really. Someone I get along with.
Pyar dosti hai.
Yeah, dil mil, that kind of stuff, and just a nice companion, I suppose, that will make my life really, really fun for the next however many years I've got left.
Well, let's hope it's many, many years to come as well. So,
Yeah.
okay, that sounds pretty straightforward. I think we can handle that request. Okay, so I'm going to ask you another question. How would your best friends describe you? So not how you think of yourself now. How would if your best friends met someone who they thought was perfect for you, how do you think they would describe you to that person?
Super funny, very witty,
Okay, yep.
very confident,
Love it.
and very easygoing as well, actually.
Okay, cool. Funny, witty, confident, outgoing. Anything
And I'm
else?
very family orientated as well. Just chuck that in there. That I am very family orientated.
Family person as well. All right,
Yeah.
we can handle that. That's great.
Yeah.
All right, so what about, now we mentioned it briefly as well, but I want to know what's like one main thing that you're looking for in your partner. None of the fluffy stuff. Obviously, we know you want a best friend, but I want to know specifically, like, what thing are you looking for in a guy?
Okay, this is bizarre, but maybe someone who can cook really well.
Oh, I like that. Okay, that's a really
Nah.
good one.
Yeah, the reason why, I'll
Yeah.
tell you why, is because I think cooking is a way in which you express your feelings, your emotions, and, you know, and you need a lot of patience for cooking as well, and cooking well. So I think having a partner who does all that would be really, really wonderful. And the roles are reversed, haven't they, in life? So I think it would be wonderful to have a chef in the kitchen and, you know, try out some great food on a daily basis. I think that would
You
be
just
awesome.
want your partner in the kitchen in an apron with nothing else on, don't you? That's it. That's all.
Well, you know, no comment.
I love it. I love it. Okay, cool. So, let me ask you this now. What makes you different from the other girls out there? So, if Mr. Right is listening right now, what makes you different?
Okay. Oh, God, that's a really hard question.
Gotta throw in the odd curveball here or there. It's got to be done.
I'm funny and I'm chilled and I'm very personable and I'm very confident. So I think for all those things coupled together, I think that's what differentiates me from everybody else out there.
Okay, that's still the fluffy stuff. I want to know one specific thing. Like you mentioned about a guy who's a good cook. What's one thing that makes you stand out?
I can dance really well.
Okay, I like that. Okay, that's a good
Yeah,
one. I like it.
I'm a really good dancer, so I think that will differentiate me. But quite a lot of girls can dance. But look, let's not talk about the other girls. I'm talking about myself. I feel like I'm a good dancer.
Yeah, you got moves like Jagger. We get it completely. I think that's a good thing. I think that's a brilliant thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
All right. So so you're a good dancer, but let's flip that question on its head a little bit, right? So if today, right, someone came out from the woodwork and said, "Oh, I really like the sound of this girl," but they would have to serenade me. What would you serenade a guy with? Because you're a bit of a Bollywood fan as well, aren't you?
I am.
Okay, so what song would you serenade him with? Well, Bollywood love song, because maybe I can play it in a bit as well.
Such a good question, but I wish I'd prepared this. I know so many Hindi songs, but they've all gone from my head.
It's got to be on the spot. This makes it nice and raw. This is the best way to get the real answers.
Well, weirdly, when I was waiting for you, I was listening to songs to Teri. So that either you played that on the radio or I heard that when I was waiting.
It was me, by the way. Yeah, you'd be happy to know
fine.
you were listening to me on Sunrise.
I was listening to you on Sunrise Radio. I think any gosh. I honestly don't know.
Any favorite film? Obviously a lot of people might say you like Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge. I mean, for me personally, like a couple of films that stand out, like for example.
Do you know what? Now you've triggered it. I think Tujhe Dekha To Ye Jana Sanam is actually one of the most beautiful songs ever.
Okay, cool. That's fine. And I'm going to get that on for you in a little while as well.
Thank you.
There you go.
We got there in the end.
Yeah, we got there in the end. That's pretty cool. That's a good choice of song overall. Last but not least, what would a man need to do specifically? So you can have everything, right? But, there could be a few in front of you. What would the one have to do to win over your heart? In the moment we're talking about as well.
Just be themselves. That's the most important thing. And just be funny and be themselves. If they have humour in them, then that's important and I hope it comes out. But other than that, just someone who's authentic, that's really important for me.
Okay, all right, cool. I'll go with that. I will. Someone who's very authentic, right? So they don't try and be anyone else or be anything, but just be themselves.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, cool. I think I'm liking these ones. I'm definitely liking all these answers. So let's just do a quick recap. So you are Pooja. You're from Twickenham. You're 35 years old. And your best friends would describe you as someone who's funny, witty, confident, and you're definitely family-orientated. The one main thing that you look for in a partner, of course, you want a best friend. We know that. But you also want someone who you would really love a man who knows his way around the kitchen.
Yes.
Oh, yes, indeed. I think that's a good one. Now, what makes you different is that you are a good dancer, so you got moves like Jagger, and you would serenade your partner with something from Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge. You do Tujhe Dekha To Ye, which is a very good option, I think. And last but not least, what would you do to win? What did I say, actually? What would you do to win over his heart? What would he need to do to win over your heart? Big one. Be authentic. I'm sorry, I can't even read my own handwriting today. Even though I'm typing on a laptop, I can't read my own handwriting. Go figure. There we go. Does that sum it up pretty well?
Yes, it does.
All right, so to any gentleman listening out there, and not just the gentleman as well, if you have someone in your life who's single, who's a decent guy looking for that special someone around the mid-30s and perhaps lives in West London, and you're listening right now, why not drop me a WhatsApp, 07925 700 272. You know, I could put these two in touch. And who knows, like I said, we could have first ever Sunrise's wedding. And I could be the MC, the master of ceremonies, the toastmaster, all of the above. And, you know, I want everyone out there, you know, this is more about me actually than Pooja. It's about helping me fulfill a dream, do this, right? So it's more about that. Hear the desperation in my voice, people. No, so there we go. Was that a good summary, Pooja?
Yes, it was. Thank you so much.
Any last things you'd like to say to any of the guys out there?
No, just wishing all the singles out there all the best. I know it's not an easy journey, but I do hope that everybody finds true love, keep going, and stay positive.
Yeah, and I have to say, I've got to admit, right, ladies and gentlemen, I met Pooja last week. I was hosting a singles event last week. I even did one yesterday, which was Axe Throwing, but last week we met. And you were so lovely and so kind, and you were so gracious as well. When I asked you to come on the show, you were just like, yep, I'm going to do it. And I really admire that in people, I have to say as well. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming on air and being so brave and just putting yourself out there. And, you know, saying, to hell with the world, I'm just going to do it. And I love people like that. They're my favourite kind of people.
No, thank you so much. And you've made us feel comfortable. So thank you very much for being the way you are.
Oh, well, you're very welcome.
Catch our love guru, Amit Sodha, between 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. every Sunday for that chill out zone.